Basically, we have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put 2 dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coon. The white man to go nuts if he can't shoot. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, given to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations, I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
Touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I won't always smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on their necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of everyone welcome.
It's a cut on the gas, other one on their necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans, and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got...
This is the sound of very fun.
I'm sorry. I don't know why my mic was muted. Okay, it's so thank you, beloveds. All right, so grand rising, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your morning wake-up call that actually is starting in the afternoon. Okay, because that's how late I am. So I was dropping the link to the other chat because the backup channel, I'm going live on there right after this, and there's some people waiting in the chat for that to start. So I was just letting them know they can come over here and watch this. Okay, so with that all being said, I apologize for being late, but you guys, do you all realize how hard it is to gather all these receipts and information, especially with all the other things I have to do? It's a lot. Timber Dad said our lunchtime wake-up call. Arnold said good afternoon. Reggie said apologies accepted. Thank you, beloved. Okay, you all are something else. Okay. Lillian said it's all good, Queen. Thank you, beloved. Okay, y'all know I love me some rugs, and I don't like to keep y'all waiting, but listen, it's going to be worth it. So I have so many receipts. There's no way I'm going to get through all of this. Diddy is really letting everybody eat. Okay, all this news on Diddy is letting everybody eat. I just want to thank y'all. Okay, Nikisha says, hey, yes, lunchtime, Queen. Okay. Perla said, we love you, Queen. And I love you all right, Black. Okay, so with that all being said, let's get into it. Now, one of the things I wanted to do was I wanted to do a whole breakdown of the lawsuit, the amended lawsuit, because I really didn't have time to go through it the other day. And so now I really don't have time to go through it. But we're going to go through some of it, okay? But all hell no said, I know the receipts will be seasoned. Well seasoned, okay? So, yeah, we're going to get into it. Everyone, please get the likes up. Please be sure to like and share. Okay, and I want to thank all of you who send me gifts and all of that, and then all of you who are sending me cash apps. I really appreciate you guys because y'all know the Queen's channel is not monetized. Okay, so I thank you so much for showing your appreciation for my hard work via cash apps, all right? And quite frankly, I prefer the cash apps anyway because I don't have to give ScrewTube 30%. So thank you all for that. Y'all know I love y'all. Okay, so now let's get into it. Let's get into it. With that all being said, Roddy said now, wow, his new name is Diddler. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up this first thing I want to show you guys. And this is the letter that Tyrone A. Blackburn, Rodney Jones's attorney, and I believe he's also Liza Gardner's attorney, the lady who filed against Diddy, the Caucasian woman who was supposedly 17 when things happened to her through Diddy. So with that all being said, I'm going to show the video, not the video, I'm going to show the letter that he wrote to the judge, because in this letter, he says that Diddy was harassing an 8-year-old child. Okay, I just want y'all to pay attention to the nefariousness of it all. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so I'm going to try to enhance that so you all can see it. But first off, let me put my watermark on there. Okay. I don't know if you all can see this. So let's start right here. Excuse me. Okay, so it says, Dear Judge Odkin. Now, mind you, this is a letter to the judge from, again, Rodney Jones's attorney, Tyrone Blackburn. Dear Judge Odkin, I am writing to provide your honor with an update regarding the above referenced matter on behalf of the plaintiff. On March 21st of 2024, plaintiff entered into an agreement with defendant Ethiopia Habtemariam. Under this agreement, in exchange for a declaration that will be appended to the forthcoming amended complaint, the plaintiff has agreed to dismiss all claims against Habtemariam without prejudice. Now, mind you, without prejudice means that he leaves the door open so he can add those complaints, add that right back to the complaint if she doesn't do what she's supposed to do and keep up her end of the bargain. But let's not forget that I told you all days ago that Ethiopia Habtemariam, who was the former CEO of Motown Records, and also was one of the people that Rodney Jones says was coming to Diddy's house and would disappear with him for hours into the bedroom. Well, she's agreed to talk. Okay. But this is the letter. And I wanted you all to see this because, like I said, he claims that Diddy, I'm sorry, I don't know how that happened. He claims that Diddy basically was making threats to a child. So with that all being said, let's continue. Hold on, I'm going to stop the share for a minute because I accidentally clicked off of something. Okay, here we go. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Okay, so it says that, furthermore, the plaintiff has elected to dismiss the claims against Chalice Recording Studio without prejudice. This decision enables the plaintiff to refile these claims in Los Angeles, California, where CRS is headquartered. These dismissals are made pursuant to RFCP, and then he lists the federal rules of civil procedure that it entails. Although they have been in constant contact with this writer through threatening emails and letters, the remaining defendants have yet to appear in the case. Instead, defendant Sean Combs, through his representatives, has engaged in concerning behavior, including manufacturing stories about plaintiff to TMZ or on TMZ and dispatching his agents to harass plaintiff's 8-year-old daughter. Okay, I want you all to pay attention because this is really crazy and clearly nefarious. Now, the mother of his child and ex-spouses, all of whom have expressed fear of potential harm by defendant Combs. Moreover, defendant Sean Combs has attempted to contact plaintiff through third parties to persuade plaintiff to terminate this writer and hire counsel who has a relationship with defendant Combs. These actions have compelled the plaintiff and his loved ones to file a police report. This writer has raised concerns surrounding this harassing behavior, and they doubled down and indicated that their harassing behavior will continue. So even though, they're doing all of this, they have doubled down. They're not going to stop, is basically what they're saying. Now, consequently, the plaintiff has reported these actions to California, New York, and New Jersey state bars. Regarding defendants United Music Group, Lucian Grange, and Motown Records, their representative has declined to engage with this writer despite several emails requesting to call to discuss the plaintiff's claims. Now, he has sent multiple contradictory emails and letters filled with empty threats. He went so far as to misleadingly represent that he is counsel to Ms. Habtemariam, a representation that was promptly discovered through a misrepresentation that was promptly discovered through discussions with Ms. Habtemariam's actual counsel. So lying and said that he's this woman's attorney. Now, despite reminding him of his professional duty to engage with opposing counsel to seek a resolution on behalf of his client, he chose instead to hurl insults and to boast about his legal experience spanning over 50 years. We thank the court for its time and attention to this matter. Okay, so this is all crazy. I just want y'all to pay attention. Now, with that all being said, hold on, beloveds. Likes up, please like and share. And then you can see here, this is the proof where he removed Ethiopia Habtemariam from the lawsuit. Okay, and also remove Chalice Recording Studios, because this is the first filing over here. And then to my left, your right. And then over here, it has the people listed. Okay, you don't see Ethiopia or Chalice Studios on the new amended complaint that just came out days ago. Okay, now I'm going to pull up this declaration from Ethiopia, for those who missed it. Likes up, please like and share. Okay, so she says, I have personal knowledge of the facts set forth herein, which are known by me to be true and correct, and if called upon to testify as a witness, I could and would competently testify thereto. I began my employment with Universal Music Publishing Group in January of 2003. In or around February of 2014, I was promoted to president of urban music, co-head of creative at UMPG. In or around February 2014, I was also given the titles of president of Motown Records and executive vice president of Capitol Music. In those roles, I replied directly to Steve Barnett. Okay, so she is basically going to go ahead and snitch. And didn't I tell you all this is going to happen? I told you. It's going to be every man for himself and God for us all at the end of the day. At the end of the day. So everyone, please get those likes up. Now I want to show you all a couple of more things real quick. Okay, and also I happen to have come upon, just so you know, FYI, I happen to have come upon one of Diddy's NDAs. And I'm going to show you that in just a second. If I can ever get this pulled up, hold on. Okay. I'm trying to pull up the rest of this declaration because I have it on two separate things. Okay, here we go. Now, it goes on to say, in or around March of 2021, hold on. Trying to enhance this so you all can see it. Okay, in or around March of 2021, I became the chairwoman and CEO of Motown Records. At that time, Motown Records became a standalone label within UMG Recordings, Inc. Okay, in that role, I reported directly to Lucian Grange. Now, this is all going to be important because when I go through the documents, you're going to see how not only is she flipping on Diddy, but she's flipping on Lucian as well. And it's a very good reason why Lucian is involved in this lawsuit. Okay, not just because he was going in Diddy's bedroom. But so anyway, it goes on to say, I reported directly to Lucian Grange. I left Motown Records and the entire UMG organization in November of 2022. In or around May of 2022, Motown Records entered into an agreement with Love Records, Inc., whereby Motown Records obtained the right to distribute one album being produced by Love Records, Inc., titled The Love Album. Now, UMG was aware of and authorized Motown Records to enter into a license agreement with Love Records. To the best of my recollection, under the license agreement, Motown Records agreed to pay or reimburse Love Records for certain of the invoiced recording costs incurred by Love Records in making the Love album. Now, why is that important? Why am I reading you this? What does this matter? Well, I'm so glad you asked. You see, because this is why Rodney Jones is demanding his coins. Okay, because Diddy was given the money. Okay, the money was already allocated to go to those who are working on the Love record. Okay, the Love album. This money was given, but it was inappropriately used for something else, which we'll get to when I go through the documents. Now, to the best of my recollection, under the license agreements, Motown Records agreed to pay or reimburse Love Records for certain of the invoice recording costs incurred by Love Records in making the Love album. I am not personally aware of any financial sponsorship by Motown Records or UMG of any Love Records listening parties or writer camps. Okay, now to my knowledge, neither Motown Records nor UMG would have organized or run any listening parties or writers camps for the Love album while I was at Motown. But I am not personally aware of any cash payments from Motown Records or UMG to Love Records or Mr. Combs. Instead, as I said, to the best of my recollection, under the license agreement, Motown Records would have paid or reimbursed Love Records only for certain invoice recording costs. Since leaving Motown Records in November 2022, I have had no involvement with Love Records. I declare under penalty of perjury that the proceeding is true and correct. And this was executed March the 21st of 2024. And there you can see she signed her signature. Okay. All right. So trust when I tell you this is just the tip of the iceberg. Above all that drama, said in a minute he's going to be called Brother Love his sale. All right, because he's going somewhere. Now here's the thing. One of the agents who was involved in the raid upon Diddy's residences came out and spoke, but he wanted to remain anonymous. So let's talk about that real quick. So, and this came out yesterday. I didn't have time to break this because y'all know I'll be on other platforms. Okay, Sean Diddy Combs' alleged victims talking a lot. Okay, feds claim concrete, detailed, explicit allegations of sex trafficking. Federal officials were acting on specific allegations of sex trafficking when they raided two of Diddy's homes on Monday, and they say his alleged victims have not been holding back during interviews. See, everybody's talking. Everybody is snitching. I want you all to pay attention because like I said, and I'll say it again, it's every man for himself and God for them all. Okay? Now, an officer with the Department of Homeland Security told the Post the case has been active for several weeks. Okay, now I want you all to pay attention. Several weeks. What does that mean? Because likely since Rodney Jones's lawsuit was filed. And another thing, this proves what I told you when I told you that fake Nancy Drew was lying months ago when she kept saying, oh, they have Diddy under a RICO investigation. A secret source told me. Okay, I told you all she was lying because they now saying this is one of the people who actually was involved in the raid, said this has been going on for weeks. And what did I tell you? When Rodney Jones filed his lawsuit, I told you all, if the allegations in his lawsuit are true, this is gonna spearhead a RICO investigation. There was none prior. Rodney Jones's lawsuit is what spearheaded it, just like I told you. So please pay attention. Who's the real queen of receipts and the real Nancy Drew? But I digress. So then goes on to say, an officer from the Department of Homeland Security told the Post the case has been active for several weeks as authorities investigate a range of allegations against the 54-year-old rapper and mogul. He says, we believe that there is a disturbing history of sex trafficking. Okay, this is what the Miami-based officer who spoke under condition of remaining anonymous, right? This is what he said. Hold on. Or under anonymity. So he says, we are responding to concrete, detailed, explicit allegations. This is not random. We didn't choose this name out of a hat. We had allegations that we're following up on. The public first became aware of allegations against Diddy when his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura filed a federal civil suit against him last November. Okay, so I want you all to pay attention because this is all going bad for Diddy real quick. Now, meanwhile, back at the ranch, we know that 50 Cent's baby's mother, Daphne Joy, was also participating in these freak-offs. So let me pull this up. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. Now I'm about to pull up the amended lawsuit. So I can let you all see this for yourselves. Just give me just a second because it's 98 pages. And I've already gone through here and written down the pages and points where I need to go to. So let me just scroll down real quick. I didn't have time the other day, beloveds, but I got time today. Okay, here it is right here. Okay, I'm going to share my screen so you all can see this. And I want you all to pay attention because him messing around with 50's son's mother, well, he pulled that out of 50's own handbook. No, I'm sorry. Make that Tupac. Because remember when 50 was out with Rick Ross's baby's mom years ago, because he was beefing with Rick Ross, which he still is. But also Tupac did it first. Remember, hit him up. First off, F your clit and you claim and all of that. Remember when he said, I F'd your wife? Yeah, that's where Diddy got that from. So he's still copying Tupac. That's all I'm trying to say. I just want y'all to pay attention because Gene Deal said that he was copying everything Tupac did, and it looks like he's still doing the same. All right, I just want y'all to pay attention. Courtney J said that's why 50 got on in on Diddy. Well, you know, he's always had beef with Diddy for years, but I'm sure that made it a whole lot worse. Okay? Hold on. So with that all being said, I find it all so interesting. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Let me see if I can make that just a little bit bigger. Okay, now here's what it says. Defendant Sean Combs bragged about several women on a monthly stipend. According to Plaintiff Jones, the women who received these payments are Carisha Romika Brownlee, aka Young Miami, Jade Ramey, aka Jade, and Daphne Joy Cervantes Narvaez, aka Daphne Joy, who were paid a monthly fee to work as Mr. Combs' SEX workers. So 50 Cent's mother of his son was allegedly an S worker participating in freak-offs with and for Diddy. Based on information and belief, they received payment via wire transfer from Robin Greenhill. It is unclear if they were provided the appropriate United States federal tax documents for these payments or if they independently declared these payments on their taxes. It is unclear if defendants Lucian Charles Grange, in his capacity as CEO of UMG, Motown Records, and Universal Music Group, requested an audit of defendant Combs and Love Records financial records to ensure the financial support they provided to defendant Sean Combs and Love Records as part of their general business partnership was not being used to pay Carisha Romika Brownlee, Jade Ramey, and Daphne Joy Cervantes Narvaez. Now, let me just tell you all why that's important. Because that goes right back to what I just told you. That goes back to what I just told you. Remember when I said that in the letter, in the letter that talked about Ethiopia Heptamariam's declaration, where she said that the funds were allocated, okay, where it said that the funds were allocated for Diddy and for Love Records and for the production of the record. Well, basically, Rodney Jones is saying that money that was supposed to go to him for producing 9 whole songs on Diddy's album went instead to his SEX workers, okay? Carisha, aka Young Miami, Jade, and Daphne Joy. So he was paying that money that was given to him for the album, he was paying it to these SEX workers, is what Rodney is alleging. And this is why he's holding Lucian Grange accountable, because he said Lucian didn't even bother to audit to find out where this money was going from, if Diddy was in fact using it for what it was supposed to be used for what it was, allocated for. Now, during the 10 years preceding the filing of this action into the present, all defendants did cooperate jointly and severally in the commission of 3 or more of the predicated acts that are itemized, and then they list the statutes as described in this complaint. So yeah, I'm quite sure Rodney, can you imagine how mad Rodney was? Seeing that his money is being given away to these SEX workers, but he can't get paid. Okay? And so didn't provide him with full compensation for work he provided. As a result, Mr. Jones did not have the finances to return home without this defendant Sean Combs, Love Records, and Christina Coram paying for it. See, let me tell you something else. What Diddy was trying to do, and this is just my opinion, I believe that Diddy was trying to make Rodney Jones be reliant upon him. You know how someone is a kept woman, a woman who marries a rich man, and the rich man doesn't want to give her the money to start her own business, doesn't want to help her to do anything for herself because he knows if he does, she can become independent and then she no longer needs him. So he wants her to keep needing him and, being codependent. So he just gives her, just pays the bills and never gives her anything for herself, in her hand. And so this is what it seems like Diddy was doing, because basically Rodney, anytime he wanted to go home or anything like that, he had to rely on Diddy and Christina Coram to basically pay for it. Now, this is another reason, in my opinion, why Rodney Jones would stay in that situation. Because if somebody owes you $50,000 plus and you're waiting to get your money, well, he was likely staying there working with Diddy because he's like, okay, hopefully he's going to go ahead and give me my money soon. And the only money that he was getting was when they would pay for him to do certain things. So he wasn't even making any money himself. So it's like he was stuck. This is all so nefarious. I just want y'all to pay attention. Goes on to say, on several occasions in Miami, Florida, he asked defendants Sean Combs and Christina Coram for permission. Okay, he had to ask them permission. Okay, to visit his family for their birthdays and holidays. Like, it's almost like he was being held captive, like he was a prisoner or some sort of slave, working for free and having to get permission to go visit your own family. Now, defendant Sean Combs and Christina Coram refused. They went so far as to threatening Mr. Jones by telling him that if he left, he would not be paid for the work he had done. See, I'm telling y'all, when people say, why did this man stay there if all this stuff was going on? That's why he stayed. That's why he stayed. Now, it says he would not be paid for the work he had done, would not be allowed to return, and would not receive the promised Grammy Awards, expensive property, participation in future projects, cash payments, and meetings with influential music industry execs. And see, that was a good way to hold him hostage there, really, because see, he also knew that they could blackball him. Okay, if they have the ability to get you in touch with these industry execs who can put you up to the, at the top or help you to win Grammys, they can also take all of that from you, and nobody in the industry will want to work with you. So they really had him in a catch-22. Please pay attention. This is all so crazy. Now, hold on. Now, by way of example, on or about January 28th of 2023, Plaintiff Jones was residing in defendant Combs' home, at Two-Star Island Drive in Miami, Florida. Defendant Sean Combs and Christina Coram forced Mr. Jones to send Ubers to transport SEX workers to Mr. Combs' home located at Two-Star Island Drive in Miami, Florida. We have the complete text thread and have intentionally opted not to include it here to protect the identity of this SEX worker. So we know it's not one of the ones that are listed. It's not Daphne, it's not Jade, it's not Young Miami. Defendant Combs forced Mr. Jones to have sex with this individual against his will. According to Mr. Jones, defendant Combs felt there was too much testosterone in the studio and wanted sex workers there to create the vibe for the Love album. Upon information and belief, this Uber and this sex worker were compensated from the financial support defendants Lucian Charles Grange and his capacity as CEO of UMG authorized Motown Records and Universal Music Group to provide to Sean Combs and Love Records for the recording costs associated with the creation of the Love album. So I want y'all to pay attention. And here's the text thread right here. Well, not the one that he was just talking about, but this is the where is receipts basically showing where they paid for the Uber. Okay, this is the receipt showing that the Uber was paid for $41.65, and it was paid on January 28th of 2023 at 10:37 p.m. And it says that it was going to Two Star Island Drive, Miami Beach, Florida. Okay, and then it says after your trip, driver can't see your pickup or drop off address details. And this is also crazy, but hold on. Let me go to something else I want you all to see. The part where it's basically saying that Young Miami was supplying drugs to Diddy. Now, was she a mule just like Brendan Paul allegedly was? I believe so. Okay, so that's at the, hold on here. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Oh, I'm on the wrong page. Hold on. Got to go back some. Here it is. Page 57. Okay, right here on page 57 of the document in the footnotes, it says, according to counsel for defendants, Lucian Charles Grange, Motown Records, and Universal Music Group, they ended their general business partnership agreement with Mr. Combs and Love Records at some point during the month of February in 2023. Now, in the interest of preserving Plaintiff Jones's Fifth Amendment rights, we will provide the remaining text messages and voice memos to the court in camera. It is important for the court to remember that plaintiff was coerced through threats of violence to engage in these acts. Additionally, defendants Coram and Sean Combs controlled the purse and would not allow the plaintiff to leave their custody and control based on their terms. This is all low down. This is all low down. Now, hold on. Let me get to the part where Young Miami, hold on. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back to that because I don't remember exactly where that is, but let's go to page 86 where it says more about Daphne, 50's child's mother, and Stevie J. Okay, page 86, here we go. Okay, upon information and belief, defendants Lucian Charles Grange in his capacity as CEO of UMG Records, or UMG, Motown Records, and Universal Music Group, concealment included failing to ensure that their general business partner, Sean Combs and Love Records, Inc., properly reported their financial support of Mr. Combs to the federal government for tax purposes. This includes reporting all payments or wire transfers sent to Carisha Romika Brownlee, Jade Ramey, and Daphne Joy Cervantes Narvaez. Now, upon information and belief, defendants Lucian Charles Grange in his capacity as CEO of UMG, Motown Records, and Universal Music Group had constructive knowledge of Combs' sex trafficking venture because of specific acts by Mr. Combs that put it on notice of a particular and ongoing sex trafficking venture. Among the specific acts were Combs' use of vast sums of financing and the club love parties that representatives of UMG periodically attended. Now, they knew he was throwing these lavish parties, allegedly. Defendant Combs had drugs and SEX workers present in circumstances that should have prompted defendants Lucian Grange, in his capacity as CEO of UMG Motown Records and Universal Music Group and its employees, to raise questions about Combs' SEX trafficking. Okay, so basically he said they should have known what he was doing. Okay, they should have known that he was out here trafficking folks because they saw these people at these parties. Okay, about his trafficking and or his use of financing provided to him by defendants Lucian Charles Grange in his capacity as CEO of UMG Motown Records and Universal Music Group. Also, among the specific acts giving rise to constructive knowledge were the facts that associates of Mr. Combs made numerous reimbursement requests to defendants Lucian Grange in his capacity as CEO. And the reason they keep saying his capacity as CEO or UMG Motown Records and Universal Music Group is because all of them are listed as defendants in the lawsuit, because that's where the money's going to come from, okay, that he's suing for. He's suing all of these entities. So basically, he's saying that they were participating in and facilitating Combs' SEX trafficking venture, where the affiliation and access to Mr. Combs' popularity. Hold on. Basically saying that they were facilitating this, okay? And they should have known what he was up to because they were there at the parties. And pay attention. He says that they refused when they were asked to reimburse some of the people, that basically Diddy owed. And who did he owe? Besides Rodney Jones, he owed other people that were doing work for him. But he was spending all of this money on partying and hiring these workers, allegedly. And so it goes on to say that he failed to properly monitor or audit Sean Combs and Love Records, Inc. to ensure that the finances they provided were being used in the manner outlined in the Haptimarium Declaration, as well as ensuring that the proper accounting and tax reporting was made to the federal government. Additionally, they knew or should have known that defendant Combs employed and empowered Fahim Muhammad to handle law enforcement and defendants Coram to compensate the SEX workers. Now, upon information and belief, defendants Lucian Charles Grange in his capacity, and I'm going to skip over all of that, failed to provide enhanced monitoring that is normally required in general business partnership agreements, where one partner was providing the financing for the partnership. Defendants Lucian Grange, in his capacity, failed to implement enhanced monitoring of Mr. Combs, okay, to ensure that the finances they provided were being used for the purpose identified. So, wasn't paying these people, pretty much. I just want y'all to pay attention. And another thing that I thought was real crazy, let's go to page 73. Page 73.307. Okay, here we go. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Okay, here it is. Defendant Sean Combs, Justin Combs, Christina Coram, and Combs' global affirmative conduct was committed knowing and in reckless disregard of the facts that Mr. Combs would use cash and the financial support provided by defendants Love Records, Motown Records, and the Universal Music Group as a means of defrauding, forcing, and coercing SEX acts from Plaintiff Jones as well as others. Defendant Sean Combs, Justin Combs, Christina Coram, and Combs' global's conduct was outrageous and intentional. On or about January of 2023, Justin Combs engaged in a freak-off session on a yacht with his father and SEX workers. Okay, now this is all so sick. And he's sitting up here having freak offs where his son is right there with him. Okay, that's real crazy. Now, defendants Sean Combs, Justin Combs, Christina Coram, and Combs' Global's knowing and intentional conduct has caused Mr. Jones serious harm, including, without limitation, physical, psychological, emotional, financial, and reputational harm. All right, so I'm going to stop there right there and get into some of this other stuff. I want y'all to pay attention. Yes, that's creepy above all that drama. Okay, Durrani said all them people gave Honeycombs rope and then he hung himself. Absolutely. Okay. Roddy says Justin been doing the nasty. This is well known. Yes, the RG Titan said the nastiness of it all. Absolutely, with your own son right there present. Like, this is all crazy. Okay, this is why Diddy is just beyond help at this point. Okay, I'm sorry. He makes R. Kelly look like a schoolboy, in my opinion. I mean, like a choir boy, in my opinion. So now, let's talk about what 50 said about Daphne being involved in these freak-offs. Because, see, here's the thing. 50 been knowing about this. This ain't nothing new. We might be just figuring it all out. But 50 had already known about this. He had already known about this. Hold on. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Here it is right here. Because 50 said something about this in 2022. Power play. 50 Cent slams his baby mama Daphne Joy in scathing new post over rumors model is dating his nemesis Diddy. Now this came out September the 27th of 2022. So 50 already knew what time it was with her. Daphne and 50 sparked romance rumors at the Daphne and Diddy sparked romance rumors at the weekend when they appeared to hang out on a private jet and at the iHeartRadio Music Festival in Las Vegas. Now, the model shared a photo or video of herself in front of a stage at the festival where Diddy had performed. Daphne and Diddy also both appeared to post snaps from the same private jet. While neither of them has commented on the dating speculation, 50 appeared to confirm the gossip. Now, the rapper who's dating model Jamira Cuban Link Haynes posted a photo of himself with his and Daphne's 10-year-old son, Sire, wearing matching yellow sunglasses. And he wrote in the caption, "Oh, shite. That's your mommy over there with Puffy, LOL." And then he added, "Remember what I told you the other day. These bitches be crazy," shaking my head. Now, Daphne commented on his post. She said, "Please stop doing this to me. I never bother you, and I'm an outstanding mother to our son. Can we please just focus on that, please?" So anyway, this is all crazy. Daphne did not address rumors that she's dating Diddy, but did speak out on the criticism she had faced since 50 Cent shared his latest post with their son. She wrote on Instagram, "I hate speaking about my private life on social media, but I feel it needs to be addressed. I'm so tired of my narrative being what it is. I was in a 2-year relationship 10 plus years ago, and out of the relationship, God blessed me with a beautiful, healthy baby boy. Although my child's father and I parted ways, I shifted my focus on my son's well-being, emotionally, spiritually, and everything in between. I just want to be happy and be left alone. We're all human, and you never know where life can take you. I value and cherish anyone I bring into my life, and when I finally show a glimpse of my happiness, I feel like I'm attacked for it. I'm so tired of defending my character, being prejudged, and constantly being villainized. I'm not doing anything wrong." Now, Daphne and Diddy were also linked the summer before this when they were snapped looking cozy together in Miami. So I find this all so crazy. And then here's what 50 said. He reacted to her post. He said, "Nah, me and Puff fight over business-ish. If he liked the girl, he liked the girl. I don't give a uck." Okay? That's what he said. Said if he likes the girl, he likes her. I don't give an F. So I find it all so interesting. Above all that drama said, I bet the freak offs was full of STDs. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Rex said Diddy is aggressive, though. He's just gonna take it. Okay. Laverne said, Queen, do you realize your broadcast history? No, sometimes I don't. Thank you, beloved. Okay, so but listen, here's the thing. Now remember, I told y'all that I said I believe absolutely that Diddy and Jay-Z are working with the feds. I said I believe they've been working with the feds. Now, well, Gene Deal comes out and says that Diddy was a whole CI, which is a confidential informant. Please pay attention. Okay, I'm going to play the audio. And shout out to the Art of Dialogue for his amazing content and interviews. Okay, so I'm going to put an overlay on the screen and let you all hear this audio. And then we're going to revisit something that Jonathan Oddi said that nobody caught. Because everybody was so busy, including myself, all so busy listening to what he said about Cassie and Diddy, specifically because that Cassie lawsuit had just come out. So please pay attention.
Put everything in his kid's name and his company.
Did you see the video of his kids in handcuffs?
Yeah, that's a tactical thing. The kids being in handcuffs is a tactical thing that law enforcement use, you understand, hoping that people who've never been in handcuffs before, that it either scares them or want to make them talk. There's no reason after they search those kids, because they didn't have a search warrant for bodies. They had a search warrant for, like, materials, laptops, telephones, logs, pictures, tapes. You know, that's what they search warrant is for. They didn't have a search warrant for bodies. So those kids, when they came out, they should have searched them. And then, listen, y'all sit down right there. That was a tactical move to get them to talk and to scare them into saying something, by keeping them handcuffed like that. They didn't have to do those kids like that. None of those kids have, that I know of, criminal cases against them or known for criminal activity. So there was no reason for them to do that. If them was the damn Rockefellers or somebody else, they wouldn't have had their kids handcuffed like that. But you got to realize their father has painted a crazy picture to the authorities. You understand? It's a crazy picture, and people don't realize this, brother. First and foremost, Puff has been dodging the legal system for years. His affiliation with BMF, even though Meech has said that Puff never did anything, Puff never been around her, they still was partying together. So in the authorities' mind, they feel like Puff knew what Meech was doing. Then with the introduction to Jacob and different people, and a lot of people going to jail for money laundering and stuff like that, Puff being, and this is documented, Puff being a CI for an FBI agent. I said this years ago, that him and Kirk Burroughs took some paperwork. They was taking some papers up to the FBI, so like when they was here in New York. They was taking paperwork up there and stuff like that. Don't know what it was, but later on found out that he was a CI. You understand? Now, what happens? He don't have that. The guy probably, that was 20-some years ago. The guy probably retired. Puff ain't dealing with him. No, he didn't pass Puff on or something like that. So now, Puff been dodging the legal system with the people had it wrong. They think it was with the Black Mafia family. No, it was with Butt Naked. I said this years ago. The person that he said is his senior advisor, Corey Jacobs. Corey had 9 16-to-life sentences for drug trafficking. You make him your senior advisor, even though that was your man, he coming home. That's your man, pots and pans. But Wolf was the one who took care of them when they was away. You know what I'm saying? Wolf was the one who took care of them. So now, you got all these, these characters, around you. What they gonna think when they come to your house? They got the evidence, or they had statements that you blew up Kid Cudi's car. You understand what I'm saying? They have statements that, you may have been affiliated with people being shot. So they come to your house like this. They treat your kids like this. Based on the picture you have played to the authorities. So them having his kids like that, I think that was wrong.
Hold on, beloveds.
You understand? Pictures, tapes. If them was the damn Rockefellers or somebody else, there's no reason after they searched those kids, because they didn't have a search warrant for bodies. They had a search warrant for like materials, laptops, telephones, logs, pictures, tapes. That's what they search warrant is for. They didn't have a search warrant for bodies. So those kids, when they came out, they should have searched them. And then, listen, y'all sit down like that. That was a tactical move to get them to talk. And Meech has said that it's documented his affiliation with BMF. Even though Meech has said that Puff never did anything, Puff never been around her, they still was partying together. So in the authorities' mind, they feel like Puff knew what Meech was doing. Then with the introduction to Jacob and different people, and a lot of people going to jail for money laundering and stuff like that, Puff being, and this is documented, Puff being a CI for an FBI agent. I said this years ago that him and Kirk Burroughs took some paperwork. They was taking some papers up to the FBI, stuff like when they was here in New York. They was taking paperwork up there and stuff like that. Don't know what it was, but later on found out that he was a CI. You understand? Now, what happens? He don't have that. The guy probably, that was 20, 30 years, 20-some years ago. The guy probably retired. Puff ain't dealing with him. No, he didn't pass Puff on or something like that. So now, Puff been dodging the legal system with the people.
All right, I just wanted you all to hear that. Gene Deal said he was a whole confidential informant. Didn't I tell you all that? You heard it here first. I want y'all to pay attention. You heard it here first. Okay, Mark said, era of information. I dubbed that term after Y2K. All right, this is all nefarious. So anyway, with that all being said, let me just tell you all something else that I have for you all. So remember the Jonathan Oddi video? When we were listening, like I said, to the information about Cassie and the stuff that he was saying was lining up with the things that were in Cassie's lawsuit, and this video came out in 2018. Well, guess what? In that video, what everybody missed was the fact that Jonathan Oddi, he told us then in 2018, he told it that Diddy had a whole agenda, a hip-hop agenda to move dope through the music industry. I want y'all to pay attention, because didn't Jaguar Wright say that he was using the music industry as a front? It was being used as a front. And didn't Sloan Bella say, when she talked about his clothing line, she said that was a front for something else? Do you all remember this? Dorina said, yes, you did, Queen. Claudette says, yep. Thank you, beloveds. But do you all remember them saying that? I showed y'all the receipts. This is all nefarious. Now let me go to the Jonathan Oddi video, okay? Because I have some clips from the video that I'm going to re-show you all, just so y'all know what I'm talking about. And remember, y'all heard it here first. Now we all heard it in the past, but no one caught on to this because, like I said, everybody was too busy, including myself, trying to figure out the parts that matched what Cassie said in that lawsuit. Now, we didn't catch this tea, but the queen caught it. So let me just go to it real quick. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. I have 3 clips of the videos, so let me make sure I'm pulling up the right one in order of how I want them to play. Okay, here we go right here. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance.
Basically, what happens is following. The hip-hop agenda is an agenda to move drugs law in the United States. You need to report the DEA. They move all the dope, all the dope on private jets, which don't get screened by customs, by DEA, inside the United States. They move what's called high-grade powder, MDMA. They move cocaine, and they move liquid cocaine in the bottles too. Okay, so they put the liquid cocaine in the bottles and they move it. I've seen the liquid cocaine, I've drank it myself, having sex with Diddy and Cassie. Okay, it's not good. He drinks it all the time. Alright, he calls it G-Juice. That's liquid cocaine. Alright. How do I know there's a conspiracy against Trump?
Okay, so I know that he has a heavy accent. He has a very heavy accent. But did you all hear what he said? Y'all heard that loud and clear, right? He said the hip-hop agenda to move drugs through the music industry. And then he said he moves liquid Coca-Cola. And he said that he's had some. And that Diddy uses it all the time. Now, please pay attention, because what did I tell y'all the other day about Young Miami? About Young Miami, right? Young Miami was supposedly bringing him pink Coca-Cola. It's called Tusi in the streets. Tusi, T-U-C-I. All right, that's what it's called in the streets. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I think it's pronounced Tusi or Tusi. This is all so crazy. This is all so crazy. But hold on, I'm going to show you all another video clip from him as well. Okay, here we go. Likes up, everyone, please like and share.
Expose each and single one of them to the American public for the crimes committed on September 11th, 2001, and therefore. Okay?
Now tell me though, how all of that led up to Thursday night, Friday morning.
Well, I've been trying. My settlement put me in a box. Basically, I couldn't talk because I was going to be sued. So I let it be, but they've been following me, and they've had Smart Girls has had the FBI on me, has had other agencies looking at me and spying on me, okay, because they wanted to set me up as an extortionist, like if I was extorting Sean for money. It's wrong. Basically, what happened is Diddy and Ross, which they're good buddies, okay, they're gay.
Who?
Both Diddy and Ross and Khaled, they're all gay. Okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Khaled is a Hamas supporter. Okay?
Who supporter?
Hamas.
Hamas. Yeah.
Sorry, I said it wrong.
No.
Hamas supporter. Okay? Basically, he's Arab, Palestinian. Okay? The Ciroc agenda, okay, is basically binge drinking poured out on our youth. They promote binge drinking and drugs.
Gotcha.
The hip-hop agenda was laid out by Obama during his last presidencies purposely. That's why they had Tupac killed, because when they killed him, you gain fame. When people, your record sales go up, and then people.
Now I want you all to pay attention. So he said something about the hip-hop agenda again, and then said it started when Obama was in office. But here's another thing that I thought was interesting. So basically, hold on. He said that Diddy promoted binge drinking and doing drugs. Okay? Isn't that what the music has become about? Isn't that what the music has become about? Drinking and talking about Molly and all of that stuff. I want y'all to pay attention. So hold on. There's one more clip. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm going to play that. I'm going to run that back because I didn't play the whole thing. I didn't let the whole thing play out. Hold on.
Expose each and single one of them to the American public for the crimes committed on September 11th, 2001, and therefore. Okay?
Now tell me though, how all of that led up to Thursday night, Friday morning.
Well, I've been trying. My settlement put me in a box. Basically, I couldn't talk because I was going to be sued. So I let it be, but they've been following me, and they've had Smart Miracles has had the FBI on me, has had other agencies looking at me and spying on me, okay, because they want to set me up as an extortionist, like if I was extorting Sean for money. It's wrong. Basically, what happened is Diddy and Ross, which they're good buddies, okay, they're gay.
Who?
Both Diddy and Ross and Khaled, they're all gay. Okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Khaled is a Hamas supporter. Okay.
Who supporter?
Hamas.
Yeah.
Sorry, I said it wrong.
No.
Hamas supporter. Okay.
Right.
Basically, he's Arab, Palestinian. Okay. The Ciroc agenda, okay, is basically binge drinking poured out on our youth. They promote binge drinking and drugs.
Gotcha.
The hip-hop agenda was laid out by Obama during his last presidencies purposely. That's why they had Tupac killed, because when they kill them, you gain fame. When your record sales go up, and then people listen to your lyrics and everything, and then you become famous, okay? That's how they do it, all right? Tupac's still alive.
Yeah.
He's in Cuba.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, what happens is the following. The hip-hop agenda is an agenda to move drugs law in the United States. You need to involve the DEA. They move all the dope, on private jets, which don't get screened by
customs,
by DEA inside the United States. Okay, they move what's called high-grade powder MDMA. They move cocaine and they move liquid cocaine in their bottles too. Okay, so they put the liquid cocaine in the bottles and they move it. I've seen the liquid cocaine, I've drank it myself, having sex with Diddy and Cassie. Okay, it's not good. He drinks it all the time. Alright, he calls it G-Juice, but it's liquid cocaine.
Alright.
How do I know there's a conspiracy against Trump? Because it's in the Illuminati card.
Okay, did you all hear that? I see someone put in the chat that Al B. Sure was attacked. Okay, I'll try to get that soon. But Terry said, Willie D turned me off since the Cat Williams interview. Okay, so listen, did you all hear what he just said? Did y'all hear what he just said? He said there was a Ciroc agenda. So basically saying that Diddy was getting involved with these liquor brands to have everybody getting, binge drinking. And he said they would binge drink on yachts and do these drugs. He also talked about them transporting drugs on private jets. I want y'all to pay attention. This man knew what he was talking about years ago, and some stuff he said may sound crazy, but here's the thing. I want y'all to pay attention. Just remember what he said, because I'm about to show you the same thing as in Rodney Jones's amended lawsuit. He said that they were taking drugs on private jets and said that the TSA agents wouldn't check them. The customs people wouldn't check them. They weren't being checked. Okay, so we're about to get into it because I'm going to pull this up on the screen. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. This is absolutely in the lawsuit. Okay, let me put my overlay on here. This is all nefarious. There's so much stuff going on with Diddy. I can't even keep up with these receipts. Please pay attention. Now, this was found in the footnotes. I'm going to see if I can enhance it a little bit so you all can see it. This is what I was looking for earlier when I told you guys I wanted to tell you about Young Miami. Okay, here's what it says. Mr. Jones is uncertain if it was a direct flight or if he stopped off in Los Angeles or New York prior to his arrival to St. Bartholomew. Brendan and Christina Coram brought drugs. Plaintiff and the Combs RICO enterprise were rehearsing for something in the Water Festival in Virginia. Plaintiff Jones personally witnessed Mr. Combs do 2 lines of Coca-Cola in his dressing room. Defendant, and pay attention, because what did Jonathan Oddi say? He told us that Diddy was on illegal substances. He told us that. He said he witnessed Diddy doing the liquid Coca-Cola and that he likes to do it. He does it all the time. So please pay attention. Now, he says he witnessed him doing, in the lawsuit, in the footnotes, it says Mr. Plaintiff Jones personally witnessed Mr. Combs do a few lines of Coke in his dressing room. Now, defendant Sean Combs wanted Tusi, but Brendan forgot it. Now, that is what they call the pink Coca-Cola. That's what is supposedly the Tusi. Okay, they said he wanted some, but Brendan, who is supposed to be the alleged mule, he forgot to bring it. So defendant Christina Coram called Young Miami, who then brought it on the private jet from Miami. Okay, it says packed Coca-Cola in his carry-on luggage in the garage of defendant Combs' house the evening of November the 3rd of 2023. Defendant Combs and Giggs reunited in London, England on November the 7th of 2023 for a sold-out show at O2 Shepherd's Bush Empire. And there's a link right here, and that link takes you to that receipt also, where they had the packed out show, because I actually have that too. But I find this also interesting. Now pay attention, because according to Mr. Jones, the Combs Enterprise defendants informed the members and associates of the enterprise that it was safe to transport. I want y'all to listen to this, because this is what Jonathan Oddi just said. Remember, you heard this here first, okay? So when Fake Nancy Drew copies it, remember, you heard it here first. Now, according to Mr. Jones, the Combs Enterprise defendants informed the members and associates of the enterprise that it would be safe to transport narcotics transported through in their carry-on luggage, because according to a TSA advisory, TSA security officers do not search for marijuana or other illegal drugs. Isn't that what Jonathan Oddi just said? Didn't he say that they were transporting stuff on private jets? And didn't he also say that the TSA agents don't search for this stuff? Now, the following is a screenshot of a video taken on Mr. Combs' yacht on or about December 25th of 2022 at 2:40 a.m. Brendan Paul, the alleged mule, is videotaped with one of the black pouches defendant Combs and Christina Coram required the associates and members of the Combs RICO enterprise to carry. This pouch is filled or was filled with ecstasy, Coca-Cola, GHB, ketamine, marijuana, mushrooms, and Tusi. And here he is wearing, this is the alleged mule right here, with a bag on his lap. There he is with a bag on his lap. Helen said, yes, he sure did. Okay, I want y'all to pay attention. I want y'all to pay attention. This is all crazy. Bronze Flat Power God says, so nefarious. It absolutely is. Lillian X said, dang, they was loaded up. Yep. Okay, I just want y'all to pay attention. Y'all heard it here first. Okay, y'all heard it here first. So this is all crazy. This is all crazy. But hold on. But wait, there's more. All right, so let's get back into it. let's get back into it, beloveds. Let's get those likes up. Now, what is my next? Hold on. Y'all know I have so many receipts. Like I told you, I'm not going to be able to get through all of this stuff today. I have one more video of Jonathan Oddi. One more video clip of Jonathan Oddi. Hold on. Let me pull that up real quick. This one's about 3.5 minutes also. Okay, here we go.
We should try to make it open to our eyes, but we really don't see it. We're so busy working.
It's kind of like hidden in plain sight.
It's hidden.
I think I see what you're saying.
Okay, how do I know this?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How do you know this?
Do you know Sean Combs?
Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
Diddy, whatever you call himself these days. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's part of what's called the Boule. The Boule is a branch of the Illuminati.
Okay.
And it's the black people. Okay? I'm from Africa, so I'm not a racist. Okay, you're my brother, so I like black people.
Okay.
My mom, I was raised by an African woman in my house. Okay. She was just a servant, but she was she took care of me.
Right.
So I love black people. Okay. I had a settlement with Sean. Okay. And he belongs to that agenda. That's why he's so famous. They land all the contracts. It's his attorneys, which are Mark Garagos and Ben Mercedes. Ben Mercedes worked for Bad Boy Entertainment for 4 years and worked for Hillary Rodman for 5. Okay? When I take Sean the threat of death on me, okay? I don't have it, but I can make it available under secrecy. That means that I wouldn't be liable because I don't want to be getting framed for anything. Okay. I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard lots of business. Because what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with people and stuff, and I was like a sex slave. Okay. For them, that's what I was. That's all. All right? I caught herpes, and I came back and I sued for herpes and won. But they did Mark Garagos and Ben Mercedes were his attorneys. Okay? And Christopher Leon's here was my attorney. They asked me to turn in that, which was the video recording, and I did so. They gave it back to me accidentally, and it's possible I threw everything out. It's possible I can produce a copy.
Yeah, sure.
It's possible. I'm not sure. Now, how does this lead to war start from?
Okay.
The Mercedes family, Ben Mercedes, that works with Mark Garagos. Mark Garagos used to be Michael Jackson's attorney.
Yeah, out in Los Angeles.
Yeah. He had he dropped Michael and they OD'd him. Okay, he didn't overdose. They OD'd him because they keep the royalties of the music. Michael alone made $860 million alone last year, okay, in 2017, which who keeps that royalty? The music companies. Who represents the media and entertainment in the United States? Most of them, Mercedes does. Kenny Mercedes, which is Griffin Mercedes Shire out of New York. Okay? So what they've been doing is they've been promoting a hate agenda against Trump. So people hate him. Okay? Because they know.
Y'all heard what he said about those peas, right? I want y'all to pay attention. Y'all heard what he said about those peas, and I'm not talking about his peas, I'm talking about her peas. Y'all heard what he said? The reason I bring that up is because y'all know that we've been hearing a lot of these celebrities, we've been hearing it for years, but a lot of these celebrities having her peas. All right? That man was spilling tea a long time ago, and you heard what he said about Michael Jackson. I absolutely believe it true. Absolutely believe it to be true. Truth over everything said. That's why the allegedly majority of the entertainment have herpes. Exactly, beloved. All those freak off parties and swapping. Exactly. Okay? Isn't that something? And like I told you all before, was that why Gene Deal said Usher went to the hospital when he was staying with Diddy? I don't know. But at the end of the day, this is all nefarious. Perplex said what he said about Michael Queen. He said that Michael Jackson didn't OD, that they overdosed him because they wanted to keep his royalties. That's what he said. That's what I always was thinking. Okay, this is all crazy. But y'all, this is just the beginning of it. Like, it's more stuff coming down the pike. I want y'all to pay attention. But right now, and by the way, Russell Simmons was served with those papers over there in Valley. Okay, please pay attention. Served with defamation papers or something. But hold on. I can't get all the receipts out at the same time. But let's talk about this confidentiality agreement, because that's what I'm about to show you all. Diddy's NDA. Okay, I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's long as I can't tell you what. But I'm going to show you all this. Okay, I'm going to show you all this. And remember, you saw it here first because I don't know anybody else that has a copy of this NDA. Please pay attention. Likes up. Everyone, please like and share. Now, here's the difference. I have secret sources too within the industry. But when I tell you a receipt, I can show you the proof. Unlike fake Nancy Drew, sitting up her line talking about RICO charges months ago, when one of the agents who was involved in the raid clearly said that they started this investigation weeks ago. Okay, just weeks ago. And like I told you, that was after Rodney Jones filed that lawsuit, I guarantee you. Okay, so with that all being said, let's go through this NDA and see what Diddy puts in here, because it's very detailed. All right, it's very detailed. Please pay attention. I wish I could make it larger so you all can see it. Let me see if I can blow it up just a tad bit more. Well, then I won't be able to read all of it because it'll be off the screen. Okay, listen, here's what it says. And some of the stuff is redacted, as you can see. Okay, now, this confidentiality agreement is made and effective as of Friday, September the 9th of 2022. By and on behalf of blank and you. The term you shall include you, your estate, each corporation and or other business entity in which you have an ownership or beneficial interest in any and all persons and or entities owned and are controlled by you and or such businesses, affiliates, employees, officers, directors, managers, accountants, and agents, and all of your respective heirs. Your heirs, executors, representatives, administrators, employees, licensees, successors, and assigns are for good and valuable consideration, collectively consideration. Now, the receipt and sufficiency of which are hereby acknowledged by you, you hereby irrevocably agree as follows. Sean Diddy Combs, aka Puff Daddy, artist, privacy is highly valued, and all efforts will be made to maintain confidentiality with respect to all information and other material of any kind, including without limitation the terms, conditions, and existence of this agreement concerning and or related to directly or indirectly artists and or any person, corporation, or any other entity related to or affiliated and or associated with artists personally. This is all very detailed, like I told y'all. Please pay attention. Hold on. Hold on, I have to scroll slowly. I don't want to skip anything. Okay, now this is just the first point. Pay attention. Okay, it says any related to indirectly and or indirectly artists and or any person, corporation, and any other entity related to or affiliated and or associated with artists personally and or professionally, including without limitation family members, relatives, past or present fiancés, husbands, wives, boyfriends, girlfriends, friends, and business associates, collectively artist parties and each artist party. Now, except for information or material publicly and intentionally disclosed by artists, you hereby irrevocably agree that you shall not at any time use or disclose directly or indirectly to anyone any of the following information, any information acquired by you in any manner and or by any medium or means whatsoever at any time in the past, present, and or future, which concerns or in any way relates to artists, any artist parties, and or artists' business activities, entertainment activities, financial affairs, and or personal life, and all such information shall be deemed confidential, private, secret, and sensitive, and kept by you as confidential unless artist otherwise advises you. Now remember, Diddy's the artist. They already told us that in the first part, where they say Sean Diddy Combs, aka Puff Daddy, and in parentheses they say artist. Okay? So this is all nefarious, but goes on to say, in the present or future, which concerns or any way relates to artists, any artist parties and or artist business activities, entertainment. Okay, I read all of that. Now, including without limitation, pictures, recordings, records, documents, property, merchandise, or any other information related to artists and or personal, professional, and or other activities of artists or any other artist party, whether prepared by or on behalf of you or otherwise coming into your possession. Okay, I just want y'all to pay attention. Is and shall remain artist's sole and exclusive property and shall not be disclosed, removed, sold, disseminated, copied, and or otherwise used and or exploited by or on behalf of you without artist's prior written consent, without limiting the foregoing without artist's prior written consent, which may be withheld for any or no reason. You shall not and shall not authorize any third party to photograph, film, or otherwise record any sound, likeness, and or activities of artists and or any artist parties of any kind or nature. Now I want y'all to pay attention. They keep saying artist parties, and y'all know why, right? Because the freak-offs were going down, and so was the drug use, and so was the binge drinking, allegedly. Okay, allegedly. Any other activities during or related to any service or activity performed by artists and or artist parties without limiting the foregoing, you shall not and shall not authorize or facilitate any third party to without artist prior written consent. So I just want you all to pay attention. And right here it says books or articles, whether fictional or non-fictional. Okay, you can't write or prepare or assist in the preparation of any books or articles, whether fictional or non-fictional, that make any remarks of any kind or create any other materials in any media, including without limitation, confirming and or denying any confidential information related to artists, print, and or broadcast media, which interviews, books, articles, remarks, and our materials concerned, discussed, and references. It goes on and on. Basically, I said all that to say this. Do you all remember the lady, Erica Kennedy, who was friends with Kamora Lee Simmons, one of her best friends, along with Kim Porter? When she wrote that book, Bling, and it was based off of a person who was a music mogul, and people said that that was Diddy that she was talking about. And even I showed you all when I first broke that information, and you heard that here first. But when I first broke that information, I showed you all where she had said, I showed you all the article where she basically said something about Diddy's parties. I still have that receipt. I'll have to dig it up. But you all remember that? She specifically said something about Diddy's parties. So I just want you all to pay attention. And as you can see, like I said, it's very lengthy. Okay, I'm not going to go through all of that. But he was covering all bases. Okay, that was very thorough indeed. Okay, please pay attention. Please pay attention. So with that all being said, listen. I'm going to have to get on up out of here. I didn't even realize it's 1:25. I was supposed to start the other live at 1 o'clock. Okay, I got to get up out of here. But before I go, since I have Mary J's face on the thumbnail, let me go ahead and drop that receipt about Mary J. Because remember, you heard this here first too. I told you all months ago that Mary J. Blige was accused of having an inappropriate underage, a relationship with an underage person. And that was Danny Boy. I showed you all the video where he was saying that he was messing around with Mary J when he was 15 or 16, and that she would have him flown out and all of that, and that people were saying that she was Tupac's girl, and he was like, how's that the case when she's my girl and all that stuff. But Mary J said something about it. She made a post about it, responding. Mary J. Blige responds to report that she seduced Danny Boy. This came out yesterday. Now, I want you to pay attention to why this also is important. I want you to pay attention because Mary J. already knew that Danny Boy said that about her. She knew he said that about her years ago. She knew he was telling that story. He'd done interviews and all of that podcast, and she knew that he'd already said that. So why is she addressing it now? Well, because Diddy's going down. And see, these people that have been so down tight with Diddy, who've been so ride or die for Diddy for all these years, some of them are absolutely involved in some of this stuff, specifically those freak-offs. And some of them have done some of the same things that Diddy has been accused of doing. I want you all to pay attention. So what they're now trying to do is they're going to come out and start trying to explain and start trying to clear their names, okay? And start trying to act like they didn't have nothing to do with it. I just want you all to pay attention because why is she bringing it up now? Well, like I told you. Now, here's what it says. Mary J. Blige appears to have addressed reports that she groomed death row artist Danny Boy when she was 24 and he was only 16. Now, during an appearance on the Art of Dialogue podcast, Danny said the incident happened after the 1995 Source Awards in his hotel room. Danny said Mary was hanging out in Suge Knight's suite with Misa Hilton, which is Diddy's baby's mom, and that is Justin's mother. Pay attention. She was hanging out with Misa Hilton and Devontae Swing. Later, Suge invited Danny to his suite and said, "Oh, girl, want to see you." He says, I get up there up to the room. Suge's in the room, and Misa's sitting in the bed with a sheet wrapped around her. So that's how you know Suge was messing with Diddy's baby mom. All right. And Mary's sitting on the couch. This is what Danny Boy recalled. So I know the girl in the bed don't want me. So he closed the door and I sit down and I start talking to Mary. Danny Boy said that he and Mary ordered more food and drinks while hanging out in Suge's hotel suite. He said at one point a knock on the door spooked Mary because she thought it was her ex-boyfriend, KC from KC and JoJo and Jodeci. After a few more hours of drinking, a lustful Mary started resting her head on his lap. So Danny Boy and Mary went to an empty bedroom in the suite. He says afterwards, Mary started flying him out to New York to visit her. I told y'all this months ago. And I actually played the video, but I don't have time to dig all that up. So we're going to go through this article. Now, that's why I was kind of confused when I heard Kurt Cobain saying that Mary was Pop's girl. Because at the time, she was my girl. At that time, I'm 15, 16 years old, and she's flying me in to see her. Now, the internet was shocked that Mary was allegedly seducing teenagers. They compared her to Sean Combs, who's in the midst of a federal sex trafficking investigation. See, that's why Mary came out and made a post about these allegations. Mary seemed to respond to the reports in a post about lacking boundaries on her Instagram post, on her Instagram page on Monday. So this just came out Monday. Now, let me share my screen so you all can see what she posted. This is all nefarious. This is what it says. Unfortunately, a lot of you all met me when I lacked boundaries and was a people pleaser. Let me reintroduce myself. I burn bridges as needed. I want y'all to pay attention. She said, I burn bridges as needed. Who is she talking about? I'm sure she's talking about Diddy. I'm sure she's talking about, I'm not effing with him. Diddy's going down by himself. I don't want to be nowhere around it. Okay? I burn bridges as needed. Yeah, she's talking about Diddy. Y'all please pay attention because she already knows that if she sticks by Diddy, this whole thing with Danny Boy, that's going to be brought back. Well, it's already been brought back to the forefront. But then what else has been hidden that can possibly come out? So I just want y'all to pay attention. Durrani said Mary was getting her back blown out by that youngin. Make it all make sense. Okay, Israelite PL says, it sounds like, or Israelite plight, okay, says, whatever sounds like guilt. Absolutely. Christopher said, this is why we call her the queen of receipts. Thank you, beloved. Thank you. Now, with that all being said, I have to get out of here. I'm sorry. I have another live that's already late. I'm already late starting. Y'all know I love y'all to life, and we're going to pick this up tomorrow where we left off. Okay? I'm going to pick it up tomorrow where I left off. We're going to get down into the break down that lawsuit, the lawsuit documents, and then we're going to talk about some other receipts that I have and some other footage that I have that I didn't get to show y'all today. Okay, so with that all been said, moderators, please put the link for the next live in the chat. I hope you all enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. And those of you who follow the backup channel, make sure you go ahead and pop in the chat because we're going live and we got some things to talk about. Okay, so until next time, beloveds, I love you all to life. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Peace.
Hit 'em with that flavor. Gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen.